In this video, we got a hidden formation for y'all out of the Chiefs playbook, and this is only found in the Chiefs playbook. Now, there's nothing too crazy about this gun empty bunch Y flex. We're going to go through the plays and just show you, it's going to be like any bunch Y flex. You got the branch return, you got flood, you got dagger, you got that speed dig, you got that hook and go. But we're going to show you what we can do on the practice field that is going to make this 1,000 times better and overpowered against most defenses. So let's go ahead and talk about our audibles real quick. These are going to be my go-tos. We're going to have some money plays. We're going to have some corner streak flat combos. We're going to have some good check down plays. So if you want to copy these four audibles that I'm going to be using, by all means, it's going to be the hook and go, the branch return, flood, and dagger. So from there, let's go ahead and jump into the practice field and show you how we make this completely overpowered. All right, so first, let's talk about this hidden formation that I'm talking about. Now, there's something special you can do with this formation that's going to completely change it. So you can see we have a bunch Y flex. It's a bunch where they're slightly out instead of being right next to the O-line. Those are unique bunch sets. Now, what's going to make this unique is when we motion this running back over, he's not going to actually just get next to the quarterback, but he's going to go on the strong side. There is no bunch Y flex strong. And if there is, somebody please let me know. But this makes this formation 1,000 times better and completely OP. And I'm going to show you why. So let's go ahead and motion him back. I just wanted to get that out the way. That is what we're going to be doing with basically every play that we run. So I am on the defensive side. I'm in cover 4 quarters, and I just want to show you how the defense plays without motioning the running back over. So we're just going to put the A on a streak and leave everything the same. This is kind of like a flat corner streak concept. Cover 4 quarters, cover 3 match, they play this way better. You're gonna see though, like, look how the cornerback's playing, look how the safety's playing. Obviously we had a wide open player down the field. It's not always gonna happen, it just depends on the defense. But you can see that they're playing a little weird. That could throw you off. You're not gonna be ready for it. That's just what match defense does. So again, let's put them on a corner, A on a streak, and let's see what happens right here. But you see how the corner is like locking down that corner out. That was just kind of lucky by us being able to get that off. But the point is, match defense can be difficult to deal with. Now, when we motion the running back over, we cancel out the match and they just play a regular cover for a drop. So now let's just go ahead and put the running back on, a simple we're going to get our same corner streak flat concept. We got a streak, we got a corner, we got a flat route, right? So now watch how the cornerback plays, and he's actually going to drop back in his deep blue, and we can just throw our corner route right here. That's what's making this overpowered. If you've seen me run my my gun bunch strong nasty, that's basically the same thing. Only having this as a wide setup, it's just more things you can do with it. So that's going to be the main focus of this formation, and being able to cancel out cover 3 match where they're just going to play like a regular cover 3, and also canceling out cover 4 quarters and palms where they're just going to be basically playing a cover 4. All right, the first play we're going to be talking about is my go-to money play, which is going to be the play swirl hook and go. Now you do see that we did move the ball over, so if you're on the left hash, have your bunch to the right hash, have your bunch to the left. Now, you can run a money play with any one of these plays out of this formation because we can put the outside wide receiver on a comeback route. But I do like the unique route by RB, because that's going to be the route that's going to keep the cornerback from going too deep when he's in his deep zone. So basically the same effect as a comeback route or a quick out. And it's just a really good check down. That's why I like it. So what you're going to go ahead and do is motion over your running back. But this is another reason I like this formation where we motion over the running back, because whatever route I put my running back on, he's going to stay in that route in the running back position. And one of the routes I've been favoring is a quick out. So when you put him in a quick out, motion him over, he actually stays in his quick out, and you can actually stem this up, down, wherever you want. Normally, I've been stemming it like this, where you stem it all the way down and he just kind of gets out of the backfield. Will throw your opponent off. A really good route to just check down to. And then we're going to go ahead and put our tight end on a post, and then we're going to put A on a streak. This is the setup. B is a hell of a check down. It will throw your opponent off, but you can do whatever you want with B. You could put him on a quick out like this, which I'm just going to go ahead and leave it on because I can't put him back on the route that he was on default. Or you could put him on a drag route, just something simple. But the go-to is actually just leaving it default. But this right here with the quick out will give you a good check down to RB. So let me just go ahead and show you what this looks like. Again, we're still in cover 4 quarters right here, and you're going to see that our tight end gets wide open because, again, regardless if they're in cover 4 quarters, they're going to play like it's a cover 4 drop, and this just completely bombs cover 4 drop. the way you just seen me beat the cover four quarters is going to be the way we beat all zone coverages. So that is going to be my go-to money play setup right there. All right, so the next go-to play is going to be my third down play, which is going to be the play branch return. There's a few different ways you can run this, to the wide side, to the short side. I'm going to show you both and show you what kind of results you're going to get. We're going to stay going against cover four quarters because it doesn't matter regardless of what they're in zone-wise. It's going to work the same exact way. And there's another really good thing about this formation and when we motion over the running back. So when he's on a streak and you motion him over, he's automatically going to change into a wheel route. You don't need hot route master. It's going to be built in. So that's another plus with this little setup we got going on. And to set this up, all you got to do is put A on a streak. So you're just going to motion over, put A on a streak, and you got yourself a corner streak flat concept. Now, there's two things about this wheel route that makes it overpowered. One, it's going to make the flat go play the flat. Two, it's going to make the cornerback on this deep blue keep dropping back. So it's going to allow us to throw the corner out underneath. Now, you can actually put B on an out route and you can get a nice check down to the wheel route. So let me show you. Now, I like to keep the whip route. So sometimes I'll run it like this where I have a whip route as a check down, but I also like to put them on an out and I'll stem it as far down as I can. So when you do this, this is giving you a good check down with the running back, which I'm going to show you first. I'm going to show you what it looks like to throw to RB. You can throw it underneath the cornerback because he has to respect the wheel route going on. It's like as if the wheel route is on a streak and he has to drop back in his deep blue. That's basically what he's doing. Now, obviously, we're going against one of the best cornerbacks, so he's going to react as best as possible. And we have the quarterback that can actually get it there. So that can be a risky throw. Now, this is when you're throwing it to the wide side. I'm going to show you what it looks like when you're actually throwing it to the short side. But again, let's do this again. So let's go ahead and put B on an out route, stem it down, A on a streak. I want to show you that you can actually hit the whip route, or not the whip route, the wheel route with the running back as a really good check down. So once he makes his cut, you can hit the running back right there. If you've been around my channel, you know the concept that I like to run with the wheel route and the streak post flat concept. That's basically the same thing. And then on top of that, you can do different things with the tight end. You can put them on an in route, a drag route. You can have them cross in with the whip route. On top of that, this play default is just a really good play. Like you can run it default and you have good check downs. Like you can throw it to the drag route, you can throw it to the whip, you can put the tight end on a post route and have him open in the middle of the field. But 100% my third down go-to is going to be where I motion this guy over. He's going to turn into a wheel route and we're going to put A on a streak. I'm going to keep the whip route and then I'm going to keep the tight end on the route that he's on. And if the cornerback looks like I'm going to be able to get this right here, I'm going to throw it underneath. That was actually a risky throw right there. You might want to wait a little bit longer. Let's wait a little bit longer and show you what that looks like. So let's run it again. All you got to do is motion over, put him on a streak. Let's wait a little bit longer. Let him get to the sideline a little bit more. That's a little bit safer of a throw. The cornerback's dropping back a little bit more. That's probably what you're going to want to do. Now, it's a little bit more risky when you're throwing it to the wide side. So let's go ahead and move this to the short side and show you what this looks like. This is just a safer throw. This is a better setup. So same thing, we're going to motion over. It's going to turn into a wheel route. And this is when the whip route plays a better factor because the whip route itself will make the flat actually go out there because he's already outside the numbers, but then he just turns into a better check down. But this one right here is actually going to be easier to throw to the corner route. As you can see, the cornerback is actually about 5 yards away from you when you actually catch it. So it's just easier to throw this to the short side. So let's do that again. And then we're going to put A on a streak. And don't sleep on that whip. The whip gets open a lot. Let me just show you right here. Right about here, once he cuts in, you got the whip for a good check down. The whips are some of the best routes in Madden as a check down route. But that is going to be my go-to third down right here. We're going to motion him over to the short side. Going to put A on a streak, and that's basically it. Again, if you want the good check down by the running back, you can put B on an out route, smart route it. And you have a good check down right here with the running back once he makes his cut inside. Like, look at that. That's probably one of the better setups, honestly. So you already have like 4 different ways you can run this branch return. You have the money play. Again, you can run this play stock. All right, so we do have another money play setup where you don't motion over the running back. So basically, you're going to put the running back on a comeback route. We're going to put Y on a streak, the inside wide receiver on a post route, and then I like to put RB on a drag. Basically, RB is going to clear out the middle of the field. If RB is not open, I guarantee you the whip route will be open. But this right here is going to be more for just a regular cover 3, cover 4 drop, or even man coverage because we can put a fast wide receiver at the A position and get separation on whoever's guarding them or a good route runner. This is just more, more ammo to put to the formation. Let's try to get some good blocks and see if we can get a good post route going right here. And you're going to see that the post route gets wide open. We got a nice little one play touchdown right here. This is cover 3. We did get out of we got out of cover 4 quarters because with this setup, we're not cancel out the match defense. The match defense will probably play this money play a little bit better, but this is just another setup you can have in your back pocket if you're going against somebody running regular cover 3, cover 4 drop, or just regular cover 2, or even man coverage. But again, one thing I do want you to pay attention to is the check downs, because I always hear in the comments, I'm not going to be able to get that off. I don't have enough time. Like, I'm going to just show you. If the drag's there, you throw it to the drag. If the drag's not there, you're most likely going to have the whip route. Don't force money plays. You know, if you see the blocks are there, you're going to have the time. That's when you're going to hit the money plays. If not, go to your check downs. So that's just going to be another setup. All right, the last thing I want to talk about. So remember when I said whatever route you put the running back on, he's going to stay in that route if you motion him over. So we're going to put him on a post. We're going to motion him over. It's going to flip. It's going to end up flipping back. Now we got a corner route by our running back. So you can combo up something like this where we put B on an out route, A on a streak. So now we got another corner streak flat concept that will probably completely throw your opponent off. And you're going to see our running back's going to get wide open right here. This is another just good route concept that you can run that your opponent is just not going to be ready for. And there's endless things you can do with it. Like whatever route you want to put your running back on that you can put them on, especially if you have hot route master. I don't know. Like, let's see. Let's put him on a deep cross. Let's see what happens when you put him on a deep cross. So he's going to stay on the deep cross. Does it flip again? So it's going to flip. So similar thing. And there's just endless things you can do with that. So on top of canceling out match defenses, having really good money plays, really good third down money plays, this is a whole mini scheme in its own. Obviously, you can't audible to a run play out of this. But there is a run play built in. Like, I don't know if I have it in my audibles. There's the quarterback keep. So you can audible to the quarterback keep, motion the running back over, and it's basically like a quarterback blast. So that's another thing you can do. There's just so many different things you can do with this formation. Y'all lab it out. Let me know if it's working out for y'all. I don't think we're going to get some gameplay because this video is already just super long. If y'all do want some gameplay, let me know in the comments down below, and we would just work on a whole gameplay video using this little scheme.